What's up? I'm back in for a random live. Sorry I didn't give no announcements, but if you're following, if you like, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. The more feedback, the more reactions I give, the more you guys participate, the more I will also do stuff like this. I love to share my opinions on these type of topics. I am a DJ on this page, but I am also a black man in America that goes through things, that witness things, that experiences things, that see things. I'm more of a visionary with a lot of stuff. I'm very fair-minded, equal thinking. I don't always agree with everybody's take. I'm not like, oh, I'm all red pill, all purple pill, all blue pill. There's some things I agree, some things I don't agree. And even sometimes women say things that the feminist movement says that I maybe sometimes might agree with somewhat. So you never know where I might agree or disagree. But I'm more fair minded. I'm not like rigid. I know we living in 20 right now. It's 2025 with this the creation of this video. So I know we living in 2025. So I'm probably older now in these spaces. One of the older jacks in these spaces now, and these kind of like romance and dating scenes and stuff. I'm probably one of the older jacks in it, but I'm well experienced with a lot of things. No, I haven't been married, but that don't mean I try not to talk on those levels. So whatever I have an experience, I try to talk about. Even like child care and child this, child that. Only thing I could talk about with that is just dating single mothers, because at this age, that's all you got to pretty much date 9 times out of 10, unless you go a lot younger. But I'm not here to talk about that. I actually have some. I have a friend here now, so I wanna kind of talk. Hopefully, you guys can hear when I pull up some of the stuff that I kind of want to respond to that I've been seeing on my feed. And I watch a lot of these things. Shout out to a lot of these content creators. You got Fatty now, you got Angry Man, you got Average Man. Shout out to all of them. O'Shea, kind of. I don't always listen to No Fugazi, Shaden Sade, Dee, Messi Mashawn, Crimson Cure. I know there's another new Jack coming out that's pretty dope. Talking in this space now. He's a doctor. So shout out to all these guys. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Come on in. Come on in. I'm gonna do a little. I got my tablet with me today. So it's a couple of things that raise my attention to go along with this kind of topic. Um, I see Angry Man, who I just mentioned. He had been on a panel with Fatty the other day. Hopefully you can hear this. Hold on. So that's everybody here, man. We trying to run this up. I'm trying to get to a bigger level so I could do more. Stuff like this. Talk about more stuff. If you haven't already, check out my videos. Talking about a lot of this stuff. I'm
Harrison would be
so
the good girl.
this is just an example. Hopefully you can
About
see.
like the stereotype of a guy, we can kind of see this in like the way he dresses, the way he carries himself, the way that he acts, the way he treats other people. Whereas like a woman who like turns 21 and ends up
hey everybody,
with BPD and like that, we can't see this in like her Instagram pictures or her Facebook pictures.
Oh yes, you can.
Fair use, by the way. Fair use.
Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna pause it. They're talking about Angry Man in this particular clip is talking about, and another woman is disagreeing. Girls in high school that they're going after the bad boy, and of course I've been to high school. I graduated high school. I went to college. I graduated college. So I done seen some things. I've been in the DJ game for a while. So I definitely have witnessed how women interact with certain types of men. So I was more of a jock growing up. I wasn't a street dude. I wasn't like a nerd. I was more of a jock. Although I'm not the biggest guy, that was my passion. I love sports in high school, for example. But I was never a womanizer. I was more. I try to treat women with respect and this and that and the whole nine. But I'm not here to go into my background on this particular video. I could go into another video if you like, but again, come on in. I see you said hi. Hi. How you doing? Drop a comment, drop a like, drop a subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate those coming in. But no, so the title of this is Western Women or Women's Love Affair with Pookie Boy. Again, growing up in the early 2000s, early late 90s, I seen it, like, and it's still, and it's worse now, or just as bad now as it was when I was coming up. Meaning, women love those type of dudes. Case in point, my own family member, I love him to death. My brother, hello everybody, my family member. I'm not. I can't say all your names because some of y'all have some long-winded names, but for example, my brother, man, I love him to death. He is what he is, a playboy. He's a playboy growing up, and women loved him. Women still kind of love him to this day. He's older than me, my older brother. So I seen it. There was not a moment that I could think growing up that he didn't have a woman attached, a woman somewhere. He didn't have a woman somewhere. And he has a guapa kids, and not to put, I love my niece and nephew, all of them, but I'm just speaking on experience. He's had I don't know what you mean by wrong with anything, but happy Thanksgiving also too. So he had a crop of kids. So I seen that. I was like, I don't want to follow in his footsteps. I don't want to follow in that. So I was more like, be nice to women, treat them right, respectful, and stuff like. Even for the most part, I didn't really, like go after women like that necessarily either. So like I said, I was mostly into sports, to myself, my video games, my friends. That was my love affair. Those areas growing up in high school and even early parts of college. Around maybe senior year. Although yeah, you talk to girls, you entertain, you date. In high school, you have puppy love for girls, or you have crushes and all this stuff, and you shy. You don't know how to kind of like what to say to a girl, and you have all those moments, especially now. Me growing up, my father being present, he's in my life, but he wasn't living with me or present, so he wasn't there to teach me certain things, which was very important. But we're gonna get to that. But yeah, so that was me, growing up, and it wasn't until later in life, I got more into women and stuff like that. Again, that's another story for another time. But either way, still looking back then until now, women always like the bad boys. They always like the bad boys. It was never a moment that I could think where I seen them, and I'm talking. I've been around multiple women of different backgrounds, but majority black women. They love them. They love these dudes. I think when I was coming up, it wasn't as vocal because there was no social media. So social media was in its infancy when I was in high school, early college. Facebook just came out. There was no Instagram. There was no Twitter or X. These things wasn't around like that. It was just building up. So there was no platform besides daytime television to kind of talk about that. There was no talk shows to talk about these topics for well, although they always try to spin it in a positive manner. Oh, there's no good men. Men are not doing this. Again, some of the same stuff you hear now, but this is deadbeat dads and this drugs and thugs, and some of it was true. I will be honest. Some of it was true about the men of those days because we just came off the crack epidemic in the early 90s, and it was bad, man. Like, a lot of young people here, they don't even know how devastating crack was to the community, man. I mean, I've lost family members to that fight, because not even just doing drugs, but just selling it. So it was real, and it destroyed a lot of communities. It destroyed a lot of families. It broke up a lot of homes. That is absolutely true. So for women at that time, important time to say, men are not present, and they might have had a point. They might have had a point, and I'll be fair enough to admit that they might have had a point. But fast forward now to 2025, they still have that same propensity to chase after those bad boys, because even as the 2000s came in, the bad boys was in. the 99s, 2000, when crack was kind of going away a little bit. You know, it wasn't as rampant and bad in the community as much, but you still had these D boys that were getting a lot of attention from the girls, and a lot of the you will have guys that are adults, 21, 22, 23, and nice cars, and they'll come to high schools and pick up the girls, and the girls would be awesome. Like they'd be picking up some of the baddest women from growing up when I was young. The girls just look just as good as they do now. They look just as good now as they did. Like they was natural. It was natural with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the girls when I was coming up, the girls was all natural. Like they was thick. You had I'm from New York, you know, like Lower Westchester and the Bronx was right there, and Mount Vernon and Yonkers, and you know, you got Manhattan. I used to go to club all the time. Go to club and party, and you see some thick women, beautiful. It's all races, black, Spanish, thick, thick. I think that's why right now BBLs and all that fake booty stuff is still in, because of the girls of the late 90s, early 2000s, because they was naturally voluptuous, boy. Woo, cha. They was just nice looking, nice built, and they was natural. It wasn't no fake shit. They was naturally thick. Like you see some of them now sometimes around my age, I'm early 40s, posting on social media. They get so much attention, and they natural, versus the younger girls. They kind of like not built. They have to cheat to get those type of shapes. But I don't know what was in the Similac and all that stuff with that generation of women. But they was thick, naturally thick. I seen a lot of natural, even in New York at that time. I can only imagine what it was down south. I mean, although I did live down south most, so they was thicker than mother sucker too down south, and natural too. So either way, still be it as it may, um, the D boys was getting the girls, man. They was getting the girls. Those type of dudes was getting the girls, man. They was getting them. But you see, then those girls end up getting knocked up by the D boys, and then now you have young dudes, maybe early 20s, that were babies of these relationships. You know, the thick, juicy woman, attractive in her peak and her prime. D boy with the money, with the nice car. They collide. They make a baby. You know, so now you see everything kind of still going the same. It's kind of, history's repeating itself. You're not seeing nothing different. You're not seeing improvements. You're seeing the same cycle. You're seeing the same cycle. Got bad boy meet pretty girl give up the cheeks, raw diggity, bust in it, make a child or two, and the D boy daddy go to jail or gets killed. Then you have mother either struggling on her own for a moment, or she goes and hustles and makes a way for the kids. But then along the way, she expects a dude to come in that's not of that lifestyle, because she learned her lesson now, and now she wants a nice guy, aka like a Russell Wilson, to come in and take up the mantle and take care of her and the kids, or support her and the kids. And this is when she's maybe past her prime, or just a little bit out her prime. She's expecting that, and maybe she might get lucky and find this guy, depending on how attractive she is, depending on all of her domesticated skills and the type of dude and stuff like that. And it was different in a sense, the same but different. Because again, men didn't have really an outlet. Men didn't really have nothing to say about it. We was just expected. We knew the game. We knew these guys. They had the money, the clout, some kind of artillery. So naturally, the girls gotta go for those type of dudes versus the nice guy, that, you know, clean cut dude that's not in the streets, that's not about all that. He's not violent. He's not into selling nothing. Okay, cool. You know, the girls don't look our way. They're not expected to look our way. We kind of knew that. But so dudes like kind of like in that space, not saying me, but dudes in that space, they go on, they live their life, they maybe meet a Caucasian woman, maybe meet a Spanish woman that appreciates them, that values them, and then voila, they have relationships. So maybe some of them might come back and reach back for that baddie from high school that they always had a crush on when they up at a certain point and she's down at a certain point. And now they try to get her. Maybe that can happen too sometime. But the point is, those girls in my time was making that decision a lot. Now you have girls coming up still making the same decision. Why didn't the women of my time, for example, tell the women this is not the way to go? Why didn't they stop them? Why didn't they say, hey, why we should see more outcry that don't date the bad boy, don't date the scammer. Now you got scamming now. A scammer wasn't a big thing when I was young. You might have had a little scamming here and there, but it wasn't as big as it is now. Now you got scammers now, they got drug dealers now, still somewhat. But it's really scammers now. I think the new kind of like crime that young people do that they try to get over and get away with and stuff like that. Because I don't know. I'm not in the scamming world, so I don't know why people. But maybe the like I said, the crack game isn't as hot as it once was, and other things make it more dangerous to sell other things. But anyway, marijuana's legal in some states, so I know that increased the odds of you locking down a nice looking chick if you sold weed and stuff like that. Because again, weed wasn't as everywhere like it is now. Like everybody smoked weed is here, there. It wasn't like that when I was growing up either. It was more like still kind of like on the like you smoke weed, yeah, but don't kind of like level. It wasn't like you could sell it and smoke it and be publicized with it. Or it wasn't accepted like it is now. But again, the love affair was there when I was young with these Pookie kind of dudes and women, particularly black women. They loved them. They appreciated them. They had some kinship. And again, we as men, we just knew what time it was. Yeah, we try to outdress them, but you can't outdrive them. Meaning they gotta have nicer cars than you. You a regular dude, working a simple job, McDonald's or Burger King or something. You can't compete with that. You know what I'm saying? These guys are making buku bucks. They gotta out stunt you, outshine you. And then that was again the music didn't help either. That's when Big Cash Money came out. Birdman, no offense, I love them, love all their music, love their catalog. They come out bling bling and stunting and all that stuff. People and P Diddy didn't help. All these guys help perpetuate these type of dudes to be more in demand and what women run to or go for, versus there's nobody saying nothing about the average man. Oh, get you a guy that make a 9 to 5 and da. Scrubs came. It was around that time. It was still a big decent record, TLC. So there was so much agenda pushed to women to go for these type of dudes without telling them the pitfalls of being with these type of dudes. There was no, oh, well, you shouldn't get with these type of dudes because X, Y, and Z. They was just, oh, these are the dudes you need to go after, girl, because he buy you this, he take you there. Tricking was still going on. I tell you, I don't know how much they were paying for it, but tricking was still going on. I mean, I think that's been going on since the dawn of humankind. Tricking been around. It probably will never go nowhere. But so it was going on then too. So that was another reason why them girls were dealing with those type of dudes, because them dudes would just pay, and then like I said, them women back when I was young, they was voluptuous, man, real bodies, and they bodies was banging. So they had the goods back then, so they was paying for the goods, those D boys, and I'm sure they was shooting them ladies up, shooting them up with all types of Pookie juice. So all I can say is, again, they love them now, and they still love them to this day. And it's like, my thing is this right now: you loved them in my time, those Pookies. Now the narrative is like, oh, all black men are still this. We're not good. We don't crust dusty musty. All these negative stereotypes that are not true, or just these sayings that are not true, and these propagandas that's not true. Because I do think from my time till now, men have become more sophisticated overall. Again, like I said, we don't there are dudes that sell illegal drugs. That'll probably never stop either too. But now dudes do more sophisticated crimes. If they do that, or dudes don't even do crimes. They go and they find a trade. They go in they go and they get into technology. They streaming. They do there's more legal things that men can do to still make a guap of money. Now the new celebrities now is streamers, to the younger generation, which is fine, cool. Get your money, black men, black women, get your money, I'm all for that. As long as it's legal, I'm all for that. It doesn't hurt nobody. Do your thing. But what's hurting is the love affair for these type of Pookie dudes, and these women will suck these men dry, boy. They will suck these men dry to the bone, boy. They will go hard for these dudes. Hold on, while they will go they will go hard for these dudes, ladies and gentlemen. They will go hard for these dudes. Not even they will go hard in the paint for these type of dudes, boy. And like I said, the competition is more level now. Meaning, like I said, you can have dudes that aren't in the streets making legal money, but it still feel like the women still want they still want the bad boys. They still want the bad boys. It has not stopped. I don't even know why. But my thing is cool. Again, when I was younger, we was cool. The dudes, like regular dudes like me, was cool with it. Because we respected the game. We knew what time it was. We knew she was 15, 16, and why she hopping in that 21, 22, 19-year-old, 25-year-old man's car. We knew what it was. Okay, he's a D-boy. He got the money. We knew what it was. We wasn't like really tripping like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we understood the game. Now it's like the game is more level, and you still got women having babies by these type of dudes. There was even a situation. Let me see if I pull it up, because I got my tablet now. Hold on a second. So I'm gonna pull it up. And hold on. I want to talk about that. That's almost done. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me now. I'm gonna pull this thing up while I'm here. Atlanta woman got shot up 10 times by a Pookie dude. And if you see the dude, and so set up.
A woman who survived being shot 10 times has a warning now for other women tonight. Her ex-boyfriend kidnapped her, shot her, then drove her through multiple counties. And now she hopes she can inspire women to leave abusive relationships. Channel 2's Audrey Washington is live at DeKalb County Police headquarters in Tucker tonight. And Audrey, this survivor told you the ordeal went on for hours.
Sad. Went on for hours.
Right, she told me her ex-boyfriend drove her around for hours while she sat in the passenger seat of her car, bleeding out from 10 gunshot wounds.
10 gunshot wounds.
I'm sorry.
Like, are you serious?
Shemaine Pitt did nothing.
Like, are you serious? I'm gonna skim through it. I want to get to the picture of the dude. I want to show this guy's face. You see this guy's face? You see his face? Like, you really didn't think that was you really thought that was a nice guy to like deal with? You really thought that was a good dude to deal with? You really felt like that was a wholesome guy to be around and deal with and have a relationship with? Like, are you serious? Like, I really don't understand why you would even want somebody like that. Dude got tattoos on his face, got the dreads in his hair. No disrespect to people with dreads. I maybe give a little disrespect to people with tattoos on their face, because I just don't think that's a suitable way to live your life. Unless you're a rapper or something, that's how you make your money as an entertainer. But if you are not a rapper, why you got tattoos on your face, and then why you as a woman find that attractive to want to like make it a relationship out of, like, huh? And it's so sad. Like I want to not like victim shame here, but I kind of want to use that as an example. You have a lot of women that like these type of dudes. Now, if not saying a regular dude can't do something similar to this type of dude, but it's less likely to happen. Come on, be real. It's less because a lot of these, and this is the hypocrisy again. I've made countless videos about hypocrisy. You could check them out now if you made it this far. About the hypocrisy angle with a lot of modern women. You talk about you want a man that's mostly stable. You guys want men that are well, you don't really say that. I don't really hear women say violence no more. And you watch the Kendra G show. You don't even hear them talk about DV. You just talk about emotionally. You maybe hear emotionally intelligent, and you hear about all these demands and requirements. You rarely hear about you want him to be. I'm gonna pull up another video. You really hear about, I don't want him to do this to me or be violent or be abusive. I don't hear them say it, at least. If maybe they have, but I don't hear them say it. You always hear some other, be emotionally. If this boy, I pretty much could guarantee he ain't grew up with his father and is probably raised by women. No offense, raised in the street. Again, no offense, people raised in the street, but probably raised around a lot of just BS, a lot of BS. Probably not in a good environment. Again, so he's emotional, because that's an emotional response to shoot a woman 10 times. I don't know what was even going on that made him do that, to shoot anybody one time, let alone 10 times. So he was definitely in his feelings. Definitely in his feelings. That's a womanly trait, to be like overly in your feelings. And I'll be fair, at this times in my life I've been like that because I was mostly raised by women, and I had to grow out of that and realize how I'm acting, how I'm being over a course of just going through stuff with people. No, I never been to jail. No, I never had no DV and stuff like that. Because again, like I said, I'm a nice, kind-hearted man at my core. So it's just when people say or do stuff to you, you gotta get more emotional than you should versus just walking away. But anyway, these are the type of dudes that get all the best women. She's cute. That girl is cute. You ever look it up? She was cute. So meaning she could have probably gotten damn near any man she wanted. Damn near any man she wanted. She did not have to deal with that at all. But again, women love affair these days with those type of dudes. It's bad. It's just as bad as it was when I was growing up, if not worse. It's the same. It's the same. So it's like, what the hell is going on, man? What the hell is going on? I don't really understand, like, how women have all these education. They're so smart. They're so educated. They're so this. They're so that. Which some of it is true. Blah blah blah. That's fine. Glad, happy for you. But you have all of this, and you still making these type of decisions with yourself. Like and it'd be those smart women that end up making babies by dumb dudes, who I call again Pookies. Y'all love them. Just be real. And my thing is just be real. If that's what y'all like as a collective, the sisterhood women, they will say nothing good about men, but then you look at their baby fathers, and it's like you like the man somewhere along the line, and you're bitter probably because you slept with. But be real. That's what you like. Go for what you like. Don't come complaining though. That's what you go for. Go for that. And the dudes and be specific about the dudes you're targeting in your misandry or your spew or your rhetoric. Be specific. You want to talk about those type of dudes? I'll be supportive with you. But of course they don't talk like that. They talk in absolute. They talk in everybody. All men. I don't know you, sweetheart. I never dealt with you before. Why do I have to be drawn into your hate filled rhetoric? I ain't did nothing to you. I ain't bother you. You know, so I gotta be all men. I'm a part of the all, because all means all men. That's not like some men or like certain men, which is fine. You say all men a lot of times when they go on the internet, especially black women go on the internet, they always talk about all men ain't this, all men ain't that, oh y'all all the same. That was a big narrative too growing up. Oh y'all all the same, all men are the same. I don't hear it as much, but it just said differently, because they were saying all men the same, all Western women are the freaking same. It's harder now to find a woman that thinks for herself. That's not on this misandry kind of wave, radical feminism BS, all men are bad kind of mentality kind of crap. But you see again, they will give you a chance if you show yourself to be a Pookie. I'm talking again back to mostly black women. They will give you a chance if you show yourself to be a Pookie. Meaning you got the tattoos, you got the swag, you got the baggy pants, you got the whatever the Pookie, they got the dreads, all those things will make you attractive to most black women. I'm not gonna say all, most black women, especially the younger ones, which need to be taken away for those type of dudes. I don't know why still they just come for each other. Pookies and a good girl go together. They've been, again, when I was young, that's what it was too. It's still going on now. Not as bad in other demographics. Not as bad, but it's very bad. So when I hear women say, "Oh, it's not true," women go, especially black women go for a good. That's not true. Y'all do not until it's too late. Then y'all reach back around for the good guy. See, they talk about Sierra's cry. What about Russell's cry? Although you don't need to cry, what's going on with him is more is that what's going on with them is exactly how it tends to be. Women have babies by Pookie, expect a Russell to come and save them. Only difference is most men now is not going for that. They're not taking that. They're not taking that deal. They're not taking that offer. Especially you got multiple kids. Maybe you got one, you still look good. You could cook clean. They maybe give you a pass. But if you got multiple kids and you're not looking the best or your attitude is crap, man ain't taking that deal no more. We like, past that. The most they might be doing is mess around with you, give you a little $40 and keep it moving. They ain't rocking with you like that. They ain't rocking with you like that. Nah, not these days. Because they know the game. Because we don't get nothing out of it. We gotta raise 9 times 10 a bad kid because he got bad genes because he come from a bad dude. So if you don't think I'm a person that thinks a person's mentality spills over to the kids. Meaning if they have like aggressive kind of parent or a parent that's really like just dangerous or whatever, your kid's gonna, regardless of what, your kid's gonna be kind of like that. It's gonna spew into your kids, or even both of them kind of like that. That's why we have all these badass kids in the neighborhoods and the streets, because they have badass parents. They have one of the parents is a no good piece of crap, and no offense, no disrespect, and so the kids gotta take on those emotions. They gotta have that in them. They gotta have that, because even with me sometimes my temper comes from my father. I didn't know I had a temper until I realized what the hell I had. And like I said, he wasn't always around. He was around, but he wasn't always around. So I didn't know what I had in me until I realized as I got, oh man, I got a temper. I got a bad temper. And I seen him, how his temper is, how he responds and reacts. And he was never, like I said, I just had it. It was something that was just, it just passed down to me. And I had to kind of work on that. I don't have like, he still has it at his age. His temper was, he still got a bad temper to this day. My temper has been more under control. Like, yeah, I still get mad, still get irritated, but to the level like I used to, or like my father, not even close. So if that happens to me, I can only imagine it happens to others. Meaning if your daddy was look at King Vaughn, for example. His daddy was just a D boy, whatever. And by the way, his mama is so fine. Oh my gosh, I have a crush on his mom. His mom still bad at 50. Oh my gosh, but again, perfect example. Beautiful woman, thug. Love the thug. Now she's beautiful. Oh, gorgeous woman, King Von mom. I would do a lot of inappropriate things if I was with her, boy, because she's beautiful at 50. So imagine what she may look like in her 20s for that generation. She was probably a heartthrob. She was gorgeous probably back then. Gorgeous compared to those times. She probably was compared to be gorgeous. And she again with a Pookie, with a Pookie of all Pookies. And again, King Von Daddy got murdered or whatever, something like that, and he got murdered. So apple don't fall too far from the tree with all that stuff. So again, it's in you. So you have all these type of men that you make babies by. There's no, like, when you have babies like by those type of dudes, you don't be shocked when you produce something similar to those type of dudes in terms of how they are in life. Is it absolute? Depends on which gene is dominant. Maybe mama not that bad, but the daddy is, and the mama gene went out with when it comes to just emotions, how they their personality and stuff like that. You maybe take more after your mama, but if that father gene went out, all hell gonna break loose, boy. Especially the daddy not around and he was a hothead. Oh boy, is it that this is what's killing a lot of the community right now. Bad dudes making a lot of the babies in the community, and that's exactly what the statistics that you have a small population of dudes making all the babies because all for whatever reason for right now you still got women lusting over Pookie seed, lusting over it. Just they slob it down, slob them type of dudes down, no issue. I see things, man. I look at myself more as just for example. For yeah, I enjoy some of it. I ain't gonna be honest. I enjoy some, but if you watch certain corn stuff, you see how the dudes look, and you see how the women, especially the black women, if you're into those type of drama, how they respond to those men, they slurp these dudes down every They are so you. I ain't never seen. There's a one guy I'll tell you about. What's his name? Money V or something like that. Get Money V or something like that. He has some gorgeous black women. He's a Pookie. He's a pure Pookie. He fits all the definition of a Pookie from a parent's sake. And those women slurp him down, smiling and yeah. Oh, but this is not high level corn. This is low level corn. This is more amateurish. So when you say, oh, they're getting paid for it, maybe some of them, but you can't expect them getting paid as much as the high level corn to put on an act, and as much as those level women that are amateurs. These are probably girls they might make one or two videos, if that, and they done. But he probably find them because they like I said, he fits the calling card of a Pookie, so he could just attract them like that because and he know those women, particularly black women, love those type of dudes. They love them still to this day. They are dying to swallow or be injected by Pookie seed. Go again, if you've been watching it, go back to my brother. He was a Pookie. I ain't calling him Pookie now, but he is kind of a Pookie still to this day. But those women couldn't get enough of his seed, boy. That's why he has the amount of kids he has, or who knows how many he got. But they love those type of dudes seed. It's something instinctual in women to go for those bad boy. It's just instinctual. Something from just the dawn of men and women being created that is in them to go for those type of dominant, what they perceive as a dominant man. I know me, I'm not. I'm more of an alpha in my brain, but for other things, a woman might not perceive me as an alpha, so they might not be dying to slurp me down like they would another guy. Visually, they might perceive as a Pookie. It is something, but this is again, it's fine. I don't really have a big issue with it until it goes into the kids. You want to have sex with these type of dudes, be my guest. It's just when you make the babies, because you know that type of dude ain't taking care of those kids 9 times out of 10. They ain't taking care of them kids. Or at some point, they ain't going to take care of them kids. They gotta chew out the door at some point, because they, especially if the Pookie is the ideal type of dude that these chicks want. The tall dude, the tall, dark, and handsome. I go back to my video what I talked about on the boat. Tall, dark, and handsome. That the dudes was just it's like they're sharing women, just going. They know the women know what time it was too. They wasn't having no issue with it. It's like, okay, I know I'm being shared, I'm being passed around. They don't care. They was cool with it. And maybe that's what it is now. They cool with being passed around. So all this like uh being passed around narrative, or I want a man all to myself. It's a load of crap. It's a load of crap a lot of times. Load of crap. They want a man for themselves when they get older and they have kids. And now they want, but when they're younger now, it seems they don't care being tossed around, being passed around. They know the dudes. They know the dudes got other women. If he's a certain type caliber dude in terms of physical traits, they know that motherfucker got other women and knocking them down, and they don't care. As long as they get their piece too, they don't care. They're they're very I was gonna say the N word, very manly of them to be that way versus valuing their womb, valuing the who's around them. It's very sad. But again, that's cool. But what's not cool is bringing in those kids. What's not cool is going around saying, "Oh no, we like nice guys. We want wholesome dudes. We want men that treat us good." And then, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because this, I know, even myself is one. Although I have my moments where a woman might think I'm but I'm just a regular dude. I just have a little swag to me. I have a little whatever. I'm not no nerd like that. I'm more like in my alpha energy kind of range. So it might come off like I'm a Pookie at times, but I ain't no fucking freaking Pookie, man. Hell freaking no, man. But I know a lot of nice guys. A lot of them even got kids. But I know why they ain't get no kids. One of my homeboys just got in a relationship maybe a few years ago with this girl, but it took him forever to find a nice girl. Forever, ever. But it's super nice. Super nicer than me. I'm a nice guy, but he is super nice. And it took him forever to find a woman. But again, no disrespect to Shorty. She's a nice woman too, but she got a kid. So that plays a part in it too. But again, still, no disrespect to my brother. Shout out to him. He know who he is if he's ever watched this. But still, the point is, y'all don't want nice guys. Y'all want the bad boys all the time. Yeah, that's what y'all want. Y'all only want the good guys till it's too late. Then you take anybody. You're desperate. That's what it is. It's not that they still don't want the nice guy. They will be 50 years old and still want the Pookie dude with the swag and the nice car and wear the pants half off his ass and whatever. Got the gift for gab. That's all women want. Got a little height to them. All this. Oh, you gotta pay all the bills and you gotta do this and do that. And that's a load of crap. These women will gladly pay the bills for those type of dudes or go 50-50 with these type of dudes if that dude is around them, showing them enough attention and affection. They will scrap all these BS narratives, scrap them all. But they love to put it on the decent guys. Oh, you guys are not stepping up. You guys are not taking these single mothers. You guys are not doing X, Y, and Z. Why? We didn't create that bond, and you knew you should have known what a nice dude was. Like I said, issue with my generation of women, they did not prepare this generation of women to not look for those type of men. They, like I said, encouraged it. Again, I contributed music. The music was very flashy. Late 90s, early 2000s, very flashy. Very fun time. You got a lot of dancing going on with a lot of these women I was describing early in the video. Oh, but that wasn't good enough for me, man. You get a dance with a nice fat ass. Oh my gosh, you was in heaven. Even for those little 3 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever the song lasted, man, couldn't tell me I wasn't having a good time. Nowadays, they don't do that shit no more. So, I try to get people to dance. I see mostly older generation, they know what time it was, but it's like a lost art dancing now with a woman and a man and a woman dance on the dance floor. It's like a lost fucking art. But, I'm West Indian, so that's part of the culture too. So, and there's some thick Jamaican women growing up that I was dealing with too, boy. Oh my gosh. But yeah. You would go to that was worth the entry. That you would pay your little $20 to go over in the club and get like 10, 20 dances in on a night. That was worth the with a nice woman. You might grab you a number too, but that's another story for another time. But still these days that contributes to a lot of the Pookie culture, Pookie love affair too, because the club now is more, oh, you gotta have section, you gotta buy bottles. Who's affording and paying all that shit? Them dudes is able to do it because they ain't got no freaking responsibilities. I can't go to no club and just splurge $1,000 on some freaking drink I'm gonna piss out in an hour. I don't have that type of just. I have regular responsibilities like a man has. I got rent. I got this. I got that. I got things I have to pay for. I can't just blow money like that. They could blow it because they ain't got ish. Because probably they mama's still taking care of them, or they have multiple women taking care of them, or they scamming. So they ain't paying for them bottles. So it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So these women, no offense, y'all so educated, so smart. Y'all don't see the game. Y'all only see what they put the magic. Woo, and oh my God, renting a car, borrowing a car from another homeboy or whatever. They know dudes know how to get over, because we was doing it, and I'm sure it was done during my daddy time, trying to get over and look like you got more than what you got. All that stuff was going on for a long time, still going on, and women still falling for it, and y'all getting knocked down by Pookies, down bad. It's bad. Some of y'all women got multiple kids by multiple men, Pookie kind of dudes, most of them. It's like, why? Why would you do? Why? It's okay you having sex, but why not use protection? I even know a chick I used to talk to. I'm gonna give one example. I used to talk to this girl a few years ago, maybe 2018. Nice looking sister. Nice, pretty light skin. Nice. She had one kid. So I was like, damn, she's nice looking, So she tell me how about the baby father. Now I'm listening. I'm like, and mind you, she's nice looking, nice rack, nice little booty too. Got a master's. She about a 7.58 overall, looks wise. Nice looking woman. Nice build, all that. Mentally is another story, but anyway, nice looking. So I know she has a son that's special needs. No disrespect to special. I love the special needs kids. I'm like, what's up with the father? Oh no, he's a weed head, and he got all these issues and this and that. I'm saying to myself, but you let him smash? What? You talk to me. Good job talking to me. Regular guy, cool dude. I don't smoke weed. I don't do drugs. Good job being interested in me initially. Yes, it was initial attraction. I didn't go for it. It kind of was a mutual thing. Good job, but bad job with that choice. How did you? But then I'm like, probably he's a Pookie, meaning he was tall, he was this and that and that, all these kind of physical things, and he just swayed you. He seduced you into the bedroom, and then you didn't find out till after he nutted in you. And then she says, "Oh, she had a condom on. She still got pregnant." Yeah, right. Whatever. I don't go by that no more. Whatever. I hear that. I just roll my eyes. Oh yeah, okay, sure. Either way, he left it in and nutted in the condom, and it still got you pregnant. What's the odds of that? But I'm just like, yeah, these smart, beautiful women love these and I lived it. So you can't tell me, oh, it's not. It's true. Is it all? No. There are some women that don't go for those type of dudes. They might just have a regular dude that just Either there's a nice guy and they with them for a certain amount of time and then they just leave them, or maybe he might cheat one time and then they don't forgive him. It happens, stuff like that can happen, or whatever. He's just a decent dude, and but how those are not the majority. If you have 10 women, 7 of them is impregnated by a I would call a bum type dude, a Pookie type dude. Dude ain't no good. And also too, why, and I'm gonna close it out by like this with this last part, because I did want to touch on this, how it comes full circle. You see the STDs, what it is, and especially in the black community, especially with black women, mercy is bad. That it's not good. It's bad. That goes hand in hand with the choices y'all make, with the type of men y'all lay with. Because like I said earlier in the video, y'all be sharing these dudes. Y'all be sharing these type of dudes, these Pookie dudes, maybe 6 foot tall, got a little swag. Y'all willingly share them, right? This is how it happens. I tell you the game. This is not absolute. This is majority of the game. These dudes know that the women want them. They know it. They might even get a reputation. They might have a little third leg or something that women like. Oh, he does this thing with his tongue, or he eat ass, or some stupid shit. Some stupid. Oh, and y'all women rush to go and test it out, right? Dude is a bum. Is a straight up bum. That's probably why his sex game is so good, because he know he has to use that to get what he needs out of women, and so he gets your money, he gets your da. But he's a hustler, right? This guy, but women love him because he's physically attractive and he's tall or whatever. Blah blah blah. He gets jammed up, right? He eventually gets jammed up because he's just hustling. And he gets locked up, right? He goes to jail. Dude might get his booty hole taken. Dude might take another man booty hole. Who knows what he's into? I don't know. But he catch something. Along the way, he catch something. Because that's how he catch something, right? He don't tell the lady. He's not obligated 100% always to tell these women. Women like him probably more that he went to jail, because now he's went. If they find him more attractive now that he went to jail, right? Dude don't give a f. He know his life is pretty much over. Maybe got a what you call it? He got a record, but he got a what you call them things? What you don't want, it never come off. Something that never come off. I forget what the name of it is, but you know what I'm talking about. Either way, he got a record, so it's hard for him to get a job. Pretty. He don't care. He know all he got in this world that he can enjoy is his looks and how much women adore him. These women, when you lay down with 98% of them, they ain't telling you to put no condom on, because don't let these women tell. Lord, so much stuff I could tell y'all, man. Anyway, these women are not allowing these type of men, or men in period, to put no condom on. Again, he has something. Give it to y'all. Y'all go. He go sleep with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of y'all spreading this shit. That's how it happened. And y'all maybe go with another Pookie and give. So y'all. That's is why y'all spreading all this shit. Because y'all go for the same dude, and the prison system done gave this man something to give to y'all. That's how it happens. Not all the time. Obviously, not all the time. But a large amount of time, that's exactly how the play is. It comes from the prison system. Get y'all knocked up, or give y'all a gift that you can't give back. And that's it. Because y'all love affair for those type of dudes. Now, if y'all ladies loved more the Russells in the high school stages, even if you made it to college in the college stage, now I will admit some actually there'll be a lot of this is small amount of black women. There are a small amount of Russell women, so y'all actually can link up, in my opinion, from my experience with being in college scene. So they there, but Okay, oh, there's not enough black men in college, blah blah blah. Depending on what college you go to, depending on where you go. Shout out to you, just commented just now. Depending on where you go, but the point is, y'all could find your ways to those type of dudes, even in the earlier years in your life. You could find a nice guy and be attached to this nice guy, and not worry about STDs, and worry about, if you get pregnant, he's not gonna be there for your child, because I do know most black men are willing, and that are decent, want to be fathers, want to be there for their kids. Again, coming from the era I came from, especially, we heard those narratives, and we're trying to change them, and changing them. We are the most active fathers in America right now, black fathers. So we've heard all of that, and we changed it for the most part. But still, ladies, man, y'all gotta work on your mating selection, man. Not to say, again, shouldn't, technically, yeah. I'm gonna be real. You should be all over a guy like me. Decent dude, decent looking. Yeah, I'm not 6'8", but I got character. That shit went out all the time. A man's character. It does not. Still, but that's just how women are wired. They're never really drawn to character. They're drawn to character if that man is still a popular person. If he's popular and has character, yeah, they'll like that. But if he's just a character dude and nobody knows who the hell he is, they don't give no craps about that. Give no craps. How am I lying? I know you're going, but how am I lying? Because you get people just come in and just say whatever sometimes. But no, just all right. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I know the game, man. And I want to give a lot of y'all the game, but I need more people to like, comment, subscribe on these type of topics if you like them. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. It's your boy DJ 2K Nitro. I'm about to drop out. Maybe one day I'm gonna pop up. I'm gonna have a setup, and I'm gonna react to some stuff, give my feedback. Um, I have the opportunity now to maybe do stuff like that now, so I'm gonna work on it. And yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see. I really want everybody to be their best versions of themselves. I don't want it to be just a one sided thing. I'm not here to say, oh, all women are bad, all men are bad, this and that. I don't like. I'm be real. I don't really care for the Pookie type dudes, because y'all serve no purpose, and I really don't have nothing against baby mamas. Honestly, I just want baby mothers to be fair. Don't give a bad deal, or at least be open to making your deal a more fair deal, depending on the man you want to be with. Yeah, if he has kids and you got kids, then you guys can work it out. But if you want a man with no kids and you got kids, you got to have something to offer than just yourself and another man's child. So as long as the deal is fair, I'm not I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad being with a single mom. So again, but he got a good deal. He got a good deal. My mom is a special woman, and I'm keeping it real. She's special, but I don't think a lot of women these days definitely ain't special like my mom. Definitely these days, because she. We think I got a lot of this stuff that I say to y'all from. She don't disagree with a lot of what I'm saying. She wouldn't disagree with what I'm saying. So, and again, I'm not saying anything that's not fair and true. But if you disagree, welcome to say something in the comment. Um, but please give a reason why. I don't just say no. Okay, why is it a no? Because then you just probably just trolling. But anyway, though, I'm about to be up out of here. It was fun. It was real. Hopefully, you got something out of this discussion, this topic. I'm gonna be out of here. I'll talk to you later. Peace.